Hello everyone, my name is Nadine, owner of NG Platinum Homes, and today we're in Sugarland with my wonderful clients. I'm sure you may recognize this kitchen from some of my other videos that I posted. We're going to take a look at this amazing project that we just finished up, so thank you so much, Don.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be back and talk about this amazing project. This was so fun.
So fun. Great to be here.
We have a cold day here in Houston, but you guys are used to that.
Yeah, we just came back from Canada, so it's actually kind of balmy. Well, not really. But.
So they're not worried about that. Yeah. So let's first talk about the design process. I think it went very smoothly. You were very helpful with knowing what you wanted. And I think we pretty much achieved what the renderings looked like, right?
We did, yeah.
The carbon copy of when we look at the renderings. And I'll put it on the screen here so everybody can seize it and then look at the beautiful kitchen. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, we're really excited. Yeah.
When you look, and you posted the before and afters, and we knew this was going to be a big, before and after kind of pizzazz, but putting in this window here and opening that up and just, old cabinets and stuff, it's just like, wow.
And of course, I've seen this project from the old kitchen to the end, and even when I went back and looked at the old photos of the kitchen and then compared them to the new one, I was like, oh my gosh, it's such a huge transformation,
It actually feels like a new house.
Yeah, when you're standing here, unless you recognize the backyard, but if you're just standing here going, where are we?
So the fact, and you were
when
gone
did we buy this house?
And you guys were gone for most of the renovation.
We were.
Right.
We communicated a lot through texting and video chats and my posts that you guys would see of the updating of your kitchen as it went along.
Yeah.
And I think that was a easier thing for you guys, right? So you're not living in the construction and all of that, but at the same time, it was kind of like anticipation of what's happening, right?
Yeah.
We were a little nervous about leaving our house and having somebody come in and do it. So we interviewed a few people, and then we just felt really good about you guys and handing you the key and saying, "Okay, we're going to a different country.
See you in a few months.
Take care of our house."
Hopped in their RV and went on their way. And we came back one time. We kind of walked through things when things were almost finished, and then you come back when you're back in your RV and then in a brand new house.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Truly, truly.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you really wanted an organic kind of feel. You wanted it more softer tones, so that's why we went with more of a tan brown backsplash. And I hope we accomplished what you wanted here.
Oh, so much so, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the attention to detail, the molding and
there's
just
a lot of really nice little
surprises
that you did.
The side panel by the refrigerator, I know that you mentioned that you didn't anticipate would be there. And
that was like so beautiful. I walked in around the corner, I'm like, wow, look at this.
And some of the things you pointed out, like the scraping of the ceiling, because it's a 40-year-old house, so it had the old kind of popcorn. So, and we hadn't really thought that, but it's just like, wow, this looks like a modern, beautiful house. And then the dining room as well would scrape the ceiling. So those were great.
Yeah, that was an important key thing to really update and make it more modern with the smooth look as opposed to, like you said, that popcorn type ceiling.
Yeah, it used to be very dark because without this window and its dark cabinets, it was a very dark kitchen. I'd have to have all the lights on, and it always frustrated me because I'm working here and I knew this view was behind this wall. I'm like, why didn't they put a window here?
And I've mentioned it in a couple of my other videos about this kitchen that it is the star of the show now, in my opinion, this window, because
it's a bigger impact than we thought.
The light that comes in here now, and your view.
It's a cloudy day and it's still very
and
bright.
You have a view back there. And it was a shame, like you said, that you know what's behind it, but you can't see it. Now you have it, so that's great.
Our son came over yesterday and he was just like, okay, I knew it was going to be impactful, but wow, it is like shocking.
And the opening inside lets a lot more light out into the house, so we knew that was going to be, a great added feature as well. But versus just a small door into the kitchen, so it's it adds. So the dining room used to be dark and lights, but now it's just wow, you don't need to turn lights on.
And how have you been enjoying your kitchen? I know when we walked in, I smelled something cooking.
Oh yeah, I got dinner going in the crock pot.
So your new range, have you had the opportunity?
Yeah, no, we
Yes.
cooked in it. Yeah. I mean, it's been a week since we've
It
been
heats
back.
up really quickly. I wasn't sure I was going to need this, but the other day I cooked some pasta and I got it going, and I'm like, oh, well, this is pretty great. And the power, like it just filled that pot so quickly without me having to lug it. I'm like, okay.
I always say the pot fillers are the thing that once you have it, you never realized that you needed.
Right. I mean, you get by with
Yeah.
carrying it, but
Yes,
it's
but
just nice to have. for
It's
sure.
it's a nice addition.
Yeah.
So that's great.
And
So-
everything feels really close. I love the trash being here. So when I'm doing stuff, I just open the zip, and slide trash in there.
Oh, and the other big thing too was that you had the sink in the different place.
Yeah, it used to be here.
So I'm sure that was a little bit of an adjustment for you too, to have to get used to now having your sink in in a different spot.
It didn't take long to adjust to this beautiful sink being right here.
That's good.
Well, and you're staring out of, yeah, it's beautiful, staring out of the water.
Yeah,
And
it's good.
the timeline, you know, we did add some things along the way, but how do you guys feel about
Oh,
the timeline?
it's
and how we
surprising. I mean,
accomplished
to
everything?
do all of this in a
Shocking.
couple months is like, wow. And you're right, we did, make some changes on the way. We tried to keep that down to minimal, but some suggestions that made sense, like scraping the doors. So we had old doors, and you had mentioned, well, it's so beautiful, but you've got these old doors, and I was thinking, well, door's a door, right?
Yeah.
What the heck? I mean, and so we've changed all the doors in the house with, that kind of match this kind, and it's just like, to me, that's almost as big as this width. You walk,
Yeah.
like this isn't the same house, because you feel, it's just modern doors with the kind of the detail of the doors versus just a flat door sort of thing. So that,
Yeah, and all the trim around the doors,
Yeah, the moldings and stuff, yeah, so that-
baseboards, you did it all, yeah.
And that's why I suggested it too, because you have so many things that you did in here that open this up, and it's beautiful and new, and even including your bar area over there and
Right.
your flooring and all of that. And that's why I'm like, I have to suggest changing these doors
Yeah,
because
yeah, no,
Thank
that
you.
was-
it makes a huge impact too.
more than I thought.
Modernized every space.
Yeah.
And so you're not looking at old doors, so wonderful. Well, I am so happy that you let me into your home and let me renovate and bring you this new beautiful home. And it was a pleasure working with you guys, and I thank you so much.
Well,
Thank you. It was a pleasure
for,
working with you guys.
pleasure work.
And clean work site, because we could see some of the pictures and coming in. We were here for like 4 or 5 days
Yeah.
as they were finishing up, and taped up stuff. And I'm thinking, wow, this, so
Yeah, and our son came in here one time too, halfway through, and he walked in and it's like, wow, it's like really clean for like a job site.
Yeah.
Or
so-
construction site, yeah.
great quality and
Yeah.
scheduled
Yeah.
on time and
You
stuff.
guys were great, yeah.
Well, that's wonderful
Couldn't be
to
happier.
hear. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a pleasure. Well, that's it for this one. Stay tuned for our next updates on client renovations. Bye.
Bye.